So the other day, I was just driving, minding my own. Whenever I drive, I mind my own business. I'm calm. I'm only going for cruising. I'm not trying to race anybody. I don't try to get too agitated at other people because it's just I'm just trying to get from point A to point B with as little aggravation as I possibly can, and I'm not trying to get there in a hurry, so time's not like an issue with me. As long as I get there safely and soundly, then I'll be fine. But of course, there are people in this world who have all joined together in this secret organization called How Can We Make Nick Die When He's Driving? And all these people, basically, what they're trying to do is, their main goal is to kill me somehow in some freak accident, and they're not caring if they're going to kill themselves in the process in order for me to be dead. I don't know what organization, I don't know what secret society would want me dead, but there is one, and it's called the Society That Wants Me Dead. Now, so I was just driving, minding my own business, trying to be calm, and my dad was with me because I don't have my license yet, and getting some hours in, just trying to take a little cruise to go to the laundry air place, get the laundry stuff. So we're going to the dry cleaners is what I meant to say. I don't know why it took me forever to figure that out. So I'm going to the dry cleaners, and then as I'm driving slowly down the street, there are three dumb. Here's the picture. Okay, see, this is the street. Now, I'm right here, cruising, looking around, making sure no one's coming this way. I'm not going this slow. I'm actually driving, like, a good 30 miles an hour. But that's my definition of cruising. I don't know about you. Anyway, here's the sidewalk. Here's just street. This is not a crosswalk. This is just street. So, three dumb women were like this. Remember, I'm coming from this direction. This is what they do when they come onto the street. They didn't look this way. So I'm driving, I'm going, ah! And then they're like, and then they like, oh, I wanted to hit one of the dumb girls. They were so, ooh, the dumb one with brown hair. She gave me a dirty look, like it's my fault that I almost killed her, because my dad was, because I stopped as best I could, and I was like, ah! And I freaked out, slammed on the brakes, and then she just turns around and goes like, why, it's your fault that happened to me. You should have looked both ways. You know what? When you cross the street, you look both ways before crossing the street. That's what you've been told since you were in preschool. You look both ways before you cross the street, then you cross the street. But obviously you're too stupid to know that, which is why you deserve to be hit by my car. But my animal instinct of freaking out came intact, and I stopped in time. No one was hurt except my self-esteem, because she's giving me dirty looks. I wanted to roll down the window, yell at her, and actually no, I just wanted to swerve around, do a little U-turn, drive onto the sidewalk, and run her over. That's what I should have done, but I couldn't. And they weren't even crossing at the crosswalk. They were crossing in the middle of the street. Another reason they deserve to be... You know what? If she was hit by me, that would not be my fault. That would just be Darwinism at work. So she would have died because of me, and I wouldn't have cared. But of course my dad's like, you need to watch out for pedestrians all the time. Why aren't you paying attention to pedestrians? It's not my fault that she walked out in front of me. Okay, I can't control that. I saw her walking. I saw her stop. And she and her two dumb friends with their Starbucks, whatever, where they were drinking their Starbucks and their designer purses, walked out in front of me asking to be sent to heaven. But I didn't. So, they're just members of that secret society I told you about earlier. There's another one. I was driving down the street. This time we're going to the bank. Now I'm driving down the street. And let's see. Okay. So, the best example, what could it be? Okay, okay, here it is. So, this is the street I'm driving down, and right there, past the pool table, is another street that goes into this street. So, I'm driving, okay, so I'm driving down this street, driving, and there's an old woman who shouldn't be on the road. She's an ancient woman who needs to stay at home, is driving, and she drives right out. She doesn't even look to see me. I'm like, and once again, I almost hit that woman and sent her flying into the table over there, exploding, bursting on fire, dying a painful death. That would have been her. And you know what? I wouldn't have cared because... Turn off the TV. I wouldn't care because she's old and she shouldn't be on the road. And if she dies, then whatever. She's going to die next week anyway. She's old. So, dumb woman needs to get out of... My grandma doesn't drive. You know why? Because she's smart. That woman's not smart. She just drives around and hits people all they want. Ugh, I just get so mad. Part of the secret society. Everyone's trying to make me freak out on the road. You know, when I'm on the road, I like to be calm and content because I can drive comfortably without freaking out like you before. I'm like, you know what? This is a relaxing time for me. Not a time where I should be freaking out every 2 seconds because people like to walk in my range. They want to walk in my pathway. You're gonna die, okay? I will run you over on purpose. And it won't be my fault, it'll be your fault, because you just stay out of my way when I'm on the road. You're just a skinny little girl with long hair thinking that you're so cool, and I'm in a death machine going right for you. Who's going to win when we collide? Me. So... Oh, and the other one is basically 2 death machines. Only one of them is held by an old lady. I'm going to win. So, how about you try not to go against me when I'm driving, because you're not going to win. Also, I hate drivers who freak out when I go the speed limit. Sorry that I don't want to drive... Sorry, okay. I understand that no one really drives the speed limit. That they go, like, faster than the speed limit. But I can't do that because my parents are in the car, and they're going to be like, you know, you're only supposed to be going 35 on this road. When everyone's like, zoom, and I'm like, just like, zzz. So, of course, I can't go faster, but they insist on driving right behind me. So they're like, zzz. I'm right here, and this is me, and this is them. Zzz, the whole time. There's another lane, and then of course, they can't turn around because there's another person driving, like, not as faster than me, so they can't get around me. Then finally when there's an opening, zzz. Where are you going? Is your daughter dying? No, then calm down. You know what? Maybe if you don't want to be behind someone slow, just go into a different lane and don't freak out about it. Maybe you should just calm down in general. You're going to die of a stroke if you keep freaking out like that. You're going to have too many heart issues, you're going to have a heart attack on the road, and that will cause many other crashes and a whole calamity, and it'll all be your fault. So how about you stop freaking out if people drive slow? Because I won't be driving slow for long. I'll be driving normally like everyone else, but until then, just calm yourself down. It's not a race. Don't make it a race. I hate those people so much when they... Oh, and there was a really, really creepy person who I was driving, and then I was at a stoplight, and this really, really scary woman who was like, he wore this like really thick black dress in the summer. This was a while ago. And she had like old, wavy, like freaky hair, and she had like suitcases of something. It was like, ooh, I don't even know what was in there, but she's just like standing, she's like... And she's walking up to my car, and then my mom's like, oh my god, I think she's gonna ask us something. Drive, drive. Thank god the light turned green, I zipped out of there, and she was like... She reached out to me, but I got out of there. And we're like, what was that? And I'm like, I don't know. She was gonna ask us to let her be driven somewhere or something, and then she was gonna pull out surgical stuff from that suitcase, make us unconscious, and she was gonna steal our livers. So I'm glad that I did not let the woman on, 'cause she looks like the person that would take our livers, sell them on the black market, and just really shady characters. You know what? I don't like shady characters either. I don't like the people that were at the barber shop that tried to take my sweatshirt, and I don't like this freak with her suitcase of who knows what. Ugh. And I obviously don't like the members of society who are trying to kill me, aka the dumb three girls and the old woman in her car. Ugh, everyone's just out to get me, and I don't know how much time I have until they finally get me. What was that?